Wait, we're being controlled by a vampire here. Here's like...
Is his name Alucard?
No, it's like Neridol or something. Wow,
Neridol.
yeah, he's just kind of a dick.
He totally just says, can I talk to your party leader?
He's like, don't mind the mess. Go give me some blood. And we're like, yes,
Yay.
master. That's kind of great,
I will
actually.
do this for you, master.
This is weird and fucked up, but alright. Don't...
But on the Hobbit topic, I just want to see... I want to see a concise version of that trilogy that's like 1 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
and you
I can
just
see somebody
skip
working on
every
that.
scene that doesn't have Frodo in it, basically. I mean, Bilbo. It'd be a very short movie if you made a Frodo supercut.
Which would be, what, maybe the very ending? I don't know, I haven't actually seen the third movie yet. Because I'm lazy, and everybody kept telling me not to.
It's not great. It's not great. It's a very long movie
something
that's almost
about,
exclusively war scenes that you have no reason to care about because they're mostly characters that you just met a moment ago, including a weird CG guy for some reason.
There was there was a lot of reason to want to watch the war scenes in Lord
of the Rings, because all
the original
cared about all the characters.
Yeah,
and
also just like the
all
location.
the women and children locked away, and like, oh god,
I
what are they
actually
gonna do?
don't remember there being the women and children. Like, they poorly explained that bit. It's mostly just like, the orcs are coming, we're stuck here, fight them.
No, they spend like prolonged scenes of like, here's Aragorn with this little kid, and it's like, he's too young to be wearing this armor, and he's like trying to talk to him about hope and how they're gonna get through this, and they're locking all the women and children into this cavern behind Helm's Deep, and
I kind of zoned out in those movies when Gimli wasn't there. Gimli and Legolas.
But like by contrast, in the Hobbit trilogy, like the finale, like one of the armies is like some dwarf that's related to them shows up and has an army, and his army and him are all CG for some reason, and that's their whole character, and then they show up and fight, and I'm like,
the actual makeup for the dwarves in The Hobbit was like actually pretty extensive. Like I saw videos going over crap. This hurts a lot. I'm leaving now. I'm stuck.
Up some skeletons.
There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah. I like that when we do this, it just turns into a podcast every time we play a game.
I mean, it happens. If we ever play something stressful, then maybe. Like,
I mean, we never do this during Dark Souls.
It's true. So what if we just give up and play that without Spider?
To be fair, I've never heard anything about him actually being a limiter on the series.
It's true.
It's just that we don't talk about it at all for a long stretches of time.
He's only available during very specific hours.
I have to scrap stuff just
which is the nightmare.
At this point. There we go. Oh, there's an item over here too. You see that there's an icon that pops up when an item shows up behind stuff?
Yeah. Oh man,
that's a nice detail.
There is a
pick it up. There we go.
There's a crest that actually gives you more EXP per kill.
Oh. Well, I think I've found that a few times actually. Are you fucking doing this again?
No, I'm not. I'm actually going with extra money per kill.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, just get good stats. I'm not doing any experience or money per kill, I'm just going pure, this makes me better at being a character.
Yep. That's
my go-to.
Yeah. I went with the extra money just because I know at some point I'm going to get a recipe for a monster that I actually want. And it's going to be fucking expensive, and I'm going to be angry about it. Oh, let's go back to town. Let's see if we can sell stuff from inside that cathedral. We might be able to from here.
You ever get a feeling that part of growing up is just watching all of your heroes either fail or die?
I feel like you're referencing something.
Just across the board, like every director you liked just starts to suck over time, or all the people you thought were cool as a kid are literally dying. Like, I actually have trouble. I'm so used to them dying now that I forget whether or not some of them are alive. Like, I'm thinking right now, I can't tell you if Jackie Chan's alive or not.
He's alive, and still as racist as ever.
Because Jackie Chan was 50 when I was in middle school.
Wow,
which is a
really?
Crazy thought. Yeah.
I didn't realize he was 50. Jesus.
He's freaking old.
To be fair,
he gets the pass for being racist at some point because he's just an old Chinese man.
He is not above. He is not above plastic surgery and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
He is,
but only because you idolize him as a child, basically.
It's yeah. I was reading
Like,
about him recently, and apparently, like, Chinese people really don't like him. Like, he's not a not a very good role model, which is kind of an interesting
Steve
situation.
Irwin dying, like when I'm a freshman in high school.
True. I guess I was never particularly emotionally attached to Steve Irwin. For
Like
any
from entertainment
reason.
perspectives, it's just like you like as a when like around the teenage years for us, we're being
ambush.
ambushed. You have like the Wachowski brothers and Peter Jackson being these like amazing people that make the best movies that like shape how you consume fiction at that age.
Were the Wachowski brothers really that good, or is it just The Matrix?
Well, that's the thing is you have the Matrix and the Lord of the Rings trilogies being mind blowing at that age level.
I didn't find the original Matrix movie particularly mind blowing.
But then those people go on to make.
I know why I didn't find the Matrix movies particularly mind blowing. Trilogy was already out by the time I saw the Matrix movies, so I had already seen all of the Matrix animations on Newgrounds.
You didn't properly absorb the first movie as its own thing, did you?
No, I
part of a greater whole of nightmare.
I specifically watched the first movie. Actually, saw the first movie, and it took a couple of years before I saw the other ones. But I saw the first movie after the There Is No Spoon animation compilation and stuff like that on Newgrounds, which kind of ruins you as far as being particularly invested in the Matrix.
Yeah, those are both cases of people that made like some of the biggest deal movies basically for this audience basically, and then go on to make basically nothing else that ever captures any of that or even is particularly great forever.
Yeah, didn't they make didn't the Wachowski brothers make Jupiter Ascending?
Yeah, the dog one where Channing Tatum's a dog person.
I haven't seen it yet. Shell watched it. She was super excited to watch it because, maybe it's good.
They also made Cloud Atlas, which is like a beautiful movie with interesting stories in it, but is ultimately like a bunch of random stories edited together for no reason that don't really have anything
I heard good
to do
things
with each
about
other
it.
Besides like some
I think I also heard
consistency.
Hey, it's Ghosts. I think I also heard that it's actually better to just read the comic book because I think there's a Cloud Atlas comic book that is based off of. I could be wrong on that one, but I think that's the case.
Is it based off it, or is it like a novelization type thing where it's based on the movie?
I think the movie is based on the comics.
Oh.
I could be wrong. I could be very wrong on that one.
Makes sense, because everything's always based on something nowadays.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, did you see anything in relation to the Fantastic Four movie?
I've heard it's a nightmare.
Yeah. So the unreleased version from the 90s, the really bad indie one, got substantially better reviews than the modern version.
People are consistently saying that that's a series that started at not a great place and has exclusively gotten worse every time they've made a movie.
Part of the problem is the comics haven't even been relevant, unfortunately. The comics have been outdated since pretty much the 80s, even the 90s.
Yeah,
they were golden age, and that was it.
With Fantastic Four, based on its premise, I already don't like the ideas for the characters, just from the get-go. But it sounds like, well, the movie I saw was bad, and everyone that I haven't seen is apparently also bad. But the only one I've seen is the first of the new ones, with Captain America as a Human Torch. Oh
yeah, I actually forget that was.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
That's some very abrupt reusage of an actor. But I'm pretty much done with Marvel movies that aren't X-Men or actually currently being made by Marvel.
I mean, any of the independent Wolverine movies are travesties.
Yeah,
have you seen that?
I'm invested enough into X-Men to watch at least some of it. But
yeah,
I'll watch all of it, and at least some of it will be good. But everything else that's Marvel that is not being made by Marvel is really bad because it is all just being made to fulfill a requirement to not give over the rights to the movies back to Marvel because they just have to use it every few years basically, and that's really gross. And Spider-Man's just gonna keep sucking. And
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is just going to keep sucking because no one has ideas for what to do with those movies. They just want it. They just want to keep making stuff out of it because otherwise they'll lose it.
Hey, cool.
I just got a sword.
That is very expensive.
If I put
right. Selling stuff. Am I going to watch the Deadpool movie? I personally am, probably. Whether or not it turns out to be good.
I have 150 hit points, and I have a relic that'll give me 150 hit points.
Wow.
But I don't want to give up my SP.
That is actually...
It does 40 less damage is the problem.
Damage reduction, SP. I have a lot of contracts. I could probably unlock a pet, such as the Cursed Skeleton, the Skeleton Warrior, Goblin Shaman, the Wall... Oh wait, no, the Wall's, armor. Oh, okay, let's go back to town for a second, seeing as we're here.
Pets, right?
Yeah. I just don't want any of them, because I only really want, like, you know, creature monsters as opposed to, like, the undead. I'm a shallow person, and it's also very expensive.
I'm a shallow person.
But, like... To get a Cursed Skeleton, it's like 25,000. It's like, I don't really want a Skeleton. I don't really want a dog either.
Ooh, I found a socketed helm. It is a green socket.
Theory. Is Deadpool a grown-up version of Spider-Man? Hell no. No way.
Deadpool's
Not even
immature
close.
As fuck.
Yeah.
Also has none of Spider-Man's powers.
Yep.
Or plot, or theming.
They team up surprisingly frequently, though. This is true.
They're just two mouthless red masks. That's their only comparison. They have nothing to do with each other. One has healing factor, one has spider sense.
I've read almost every single Deadpool comic.
I don't think I've ever read a Deadpool comic.
They're good. Some are a lot better than others. The original ones were hard to get through.
I don't think I've really read comic books for superheroes, really, aside from a handful of X-Men comics, and I think I read the Bullseye origin story.
Every once in a while, I will, like, hunker down, buy the monthly subscription to the Marvel Archives, and then read, like, thousands of comics.
My dog's now level 13.
My dog is... I don't know what level my dog is. 3. They won't level up unless you throw shit at them. I didn't realize
Apparently, wow.
That is surprising. Well, once I find a companion I actually desire, I will have so much.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with Wolf.
Get an archer. I don't want a humanoid pet. I don't care.
Boosted.
I do not care. But it's not going to be a humanoid pet. Skeleton, Skelebone, or otherwise, you're dead.
I died.
Yeah, you got fucked up. Oh shit, because there's a ghost.
Yeah, I did not even register there was an attacker. Whoops.
Yeah, surprise!
It happened.
Are you gonna... Is that like a macro, or did you just quickly type that in?
Yeah, I just typed that in.
Okay, because I didn't hear you typing, and I was just like, I don't think they would have put that into the game.
Excuse me? I know how to noise gate. I'm not Birdcatcher.
I mean, or me, but I also can't noise gate my keyboard because that thing is... Wait, are the ghouls on fire because of you, me, or the sun?
Well, that's a number of good questions. Like, remember, I use the snowball on its, like, super quiet setting, and it's super directional. So it doesn't really pick up stuff in the room, usually.
At some point, you should give Cheryl tips on how to use her snowball, because...
Put it on setting 2, get a
yours is also
and put it right up in your face. The end.
That's probably a good point. Yeah, originally that's why
what
I actually
was doing wrong when I talked to him about it. Is he had it like 5 feet away from him, just sitting on his desk in the corner.
Yeah, so that's why I ended up going with the Yeti, because I don't have to keep it up close to my face to get the full effect out of it, which I actually really, really like. Like, actually, if it's up in my face, it gets a little bit too bassy, and it's hard to listen to. Is there just a fisherman dude here? There is.
Interestingly, a problem that TLE had is that he had it on a really hilariously, like, scary-looking, like, boom arm that had a crazy ring around it. So he couldn't put it up, like, near his face and look over it, because his crazy contraption would block his line of sight. These are tiny doors.
Now we have
Stores
to
are smaller
walk
than
back,
we are.
apparently. Okay. Why does everyone have a dog? Because you start with the dog. What the? That was weird.
Because the dog's the easiest thing to get.
Well, you start with the dog in the
direwolf's-
game.
Do you?
I don't have a direwolf. I would have gone with the direwolf
thought you had
if
to
I
buy
had the
the
ability.
dog.
No. What the fuck? Every
Do you
time
know
we
where-
screen transition, it puts me back in the beach.
What?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like,
You just mean
Oh,
like the
you're on-
screen we're transitioning from keeps looking wrong?
but it pans the beach down and then flashes back to whatever we're doing, like wherever we're supposed to be. So it's just very confusing. So yeah, right now it's panning to beach and forest.
I wish they didn't insist on doing the Legend of Zelda screen scroll, because in Legend of Zelda the rooms, like, match each other.
Yeah.
And in this game they don't, so it looks really janky. Like, they might as well just do a hard cut instead,
Yeah.
or like a crossfade. Because having it swipe like that, it looks kind of silly. Yes, mortal. What is a man? Miserable little pile of secrets.
Well,
Yes,
at least
master.
this area is fast.
That's really creepy. I mean, it's not that creepy, it's just disconcerting. Who's the little slave wanderer? Yes, you are.
We must hurry for Yuri.
We must hurry for Yuri.
Have you never played that game?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's Red Alert 2. Have you ever seen or heard of the Red Alert games?
Red Alert 2 is the first game I got for my own, like, the first time I bought a PC. I got a shitty E-machine from Best Buy, and they're like, get these. They were like, pick 3 games.
Ah, okay, yeah. So Red
I got,
Alert
like,
2
Red Alert
is
2
like
and Tropico 2 or something.
Red Alert 2 is like a major part of my childhood. Yeah, they really do not match. But there's an expansion pack for Red Alert 2 where you play specifically as the Russians' advisor guy, you know, effectively the vizier, whose name was Yuri. I think we're gonna get attacked while we're here. I wasn't paying attention. Yep,
Basically, all I
thought so.
know about that game was that it was a Command & Conquer RTS, and it had hilarious live-action segments throughout it for the story.
The entirety of the Red Alert series is pretty much comedy gold. Red Alert 3 was pretty garbage. But like
that's what's great about the Need for Speed Most Wanted game, is that they did the same thing.
Okay.
It's a whole racing game that has live-action terrible acting.
Yeah. But so for the sequel, you're playing as Yuri and you're mind controlling people. So any character that you've mind controlled will always just say, "We must hurry for Yuri," or like stuff like that. But in this like weird, just like monotone, like zombie voice.
They had to be in on the joke at that point.
Oh yeah, no. Red Alert 1 was fairly reasonable, like alternate history. Like they went back in time and killed Hitler, which made Stalin go nuts. And like try and take over the world instead.
Budget, right?
It wasn't terribly campy, honestly. It was like it was taking itself seriously comparatively. And by the second one, they like had like midway through the game, Yuri mind controls the entirety of the U.S. except for the main character for some reason. And so you have this like super like patriotic Canadian dude stirring his coffee with a Russian flag and being like, "Yep, we're Russian now. This is all good." And it was just
like some Wolfenstein stuff of alternate history.
It was very Wolfenstein. I loved it. You coming?
Wasn't Yuri the guy that had the like Cerebro head?
Yeah,
like the whole
like, big
like,
bald
tentacly
head,
covered like metal head mask and everything.
Yeah, he had. I don't think he had like a iron mask, but like he had a thing that he put on top of his head to mind control people better.
Yeah, I thought it looked something like Cerebro, like the Cerebro head from like X-Men.
Yeah,
like what they wear to operate the computer. Professor X.
Oh, we've got ghosts this time around. Ground-based enemies.
It was interesting having Professor X recontextualized as like a drug addict in the new movie.
Yeah, I was less interested in that segment of things. Hey, we're gonna get our bounty at long last. There we go.
I was on board. I've liked that actor ever since Wanted. Yeah,
honestly, I really enjoyed those movies. I do feel like they could have fleshed out Days of Future Past a little bit better.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Or
I cast
that
teleport
not.
without teleporting.
Oh, see a crane.
Thanks for taking my mana for nothing.
I mean, is it really a big deal? Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm offended. Oh, I leveled up. More mana regeneration.
I'll just be here hitting things.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've already kind of graduated past that. But maxing out the health regen thing makes me largely unkillable unless I take a lot of really heavy damage
I can get
fast.
a shock aura. It says enemies in the aura are more susceptible to knockback effects, and allies gain level of energy attacks.
That's kind of neat. Not really useful.
Yeah.
Wait, they're making another version of Days of Future Past?
I
Really?
think they're just making another movie. Check this out. Shock aura. Oh, is it just over here? Is that where
No. It's covering like a large area.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
I
weird.
see a lot of like zappy bits going all over the place. I don't see a buff popping up next to my character though.
I just see that one little
Oh, yeah,
ring
there
on
it
the
is.
ground.
Yeah, I walked through it. There we go. That was a lot of money.
Weird. At least I
Yeah.
got something new.
It's got a decent duration too.
Oh, lightning all the time. Phew.
Yeah, so if you keep doing that, that helps me out. Oh, we got a ghost.
You got a ghost?
Yep.
Ghost busted.
Yeah.
Busted makes me feel good.
Oh yeah, neat thing about this
What
game.
they were saying there.
Yep. Neat thing about this game, by the way. All of your pets carry over between characters. So if you have like a fucking ridiculous direwolf and we start over, you can just have your fucking ridiculous direwolf.
Just a hilarious level 99 dire wolf just one-shotting everything.
I actually kind of want to do like a second session with this with like a group of people. Because I don't
2-hour-long playthrough.
Yeah, 2-hour-long playthrough where like you and I just have like the last boss is like a minion, and we're just like giggling in the corner.
Don't worry, this setup will pay off later. It's gonna blow your mind.
Wow, my whirlwind attack has a very long cooldown. I'm stuck
not
in a
sure how
wall.
big that-
Okay, this is dumb.
I'm not sure how big that aura is.
That aura is tiny, but if I pass through it, it gives me the lightning effect really fast, so it's not a big deal.
Alright. Yeah, it gives you a few lightning attacks, and I think it makes enemies susceptible to knockback. If I put that on them, I don't know. I'm a little iffy on it.
Oh shit, I am quite dead.
Welp,
That skeleton
that
messed
guy did
me up.
damage.
Okay,
The good news is that my dog's unkillable.
the damage in this game is weirdly spiky, where it's just like half the time it'll be like no damage at all, like you're totally fine, and then the other half of the time it's just like you're dead.
The game's mostly harmless to you like all the time, and then suddenly one-shots you. That's the Diablo thing, basically.
Yeah.
Like you can play so much Diablo where you just like are hilariously
You're
wiping
almost
everything
dead,
out.
by
It's
the
no
way.
big deal. Yeah, I also can't move.
I've noticed that.
There we
I'm
go.
frozen.
Yeah, I got ruined.
Yeah, see, this guy doesn't do
Aura.
damage to me at all.
Yeah,
Whereas,
well, I don't
like,
have hit points.
It's true. Whereas he
You
almost
probably have
dunked
damage
you.
reduction on your character, and I don't. I don't think
yeah.
at all.
I've got a 20% physical damage reduction on top of whatever. Well, plus 20% physical damage reduction, plus
You
like
also
a
have
bunch of
flat
other modifiers.
reduction, right?
Yeah, I've like the stat screen. Really wish the stats made more sense in these games.
Yeah.
Physical, 46 out of 75. Fuck if I know what that means.
Like I've been leveling up my regeneration without getting any details about how much regeneration I have or am getting.
I would much rather have like a very robust stat screen instead of just the like, well, there's nothing.
The 6 things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have it be like Diablo 3, where you have like the super simple like 3 number based summarization of your entire character, and then a ridiculous scrolling thing you can look at forever.
Yeah. Is that a
That's
champion
also the
enemy?
Dragon
I
Age
guess it
approach,
was.
Just, oh god. Like Inquisition, you can just read your stats for years.
I would rather have that. Like, you can have it, maybe alternate between like simple version and complicated version. Like that's the thing I really
Just
like
you
about
have an expand button.
yeah, that's the thing I really like about Dungeons and Dragons. Like that shit is like there's
Are you talking
no
about the MMO or the actual Dungeons and Dragons?
actual Dungeons and Dragons. But like that
yeah.
shit is just so clear about what's going on that
Oh, I'm dead.
there's literally no obfuscation about like what's going on. Like you have a damage reduction of 5. Here's how it works. Oh, your damage reduction is conditional. Like
I'm feeding my dog presents while I'm
yes,
dead.
well dead. That's great.
Yeah, I think I just leveled him up.
Or like armor class makes perfect sense in the game. Let's see.
The extent to which it makes sense varies over time.
So the question keeps getting asked, do we like this game? Do you like this game?
It's alright. It's
kind of like...
It feels alright to play, and it's presented in a clean way.
Yeah, it's not the deepest game I've ever played.
Art.
Yeah. It's not the deepest game I've ever played by a long shot, but it is very enjoyable to just kind of sit here, grind through things, and talk about random shit.
It's one of those games where I would never in a million years try to play it alone, specifically not for a Let's Play, especially, because like, what do I talk about?
Nothing.
I guess I'm gonna go over here and shoot this guy. And now I'm gonna go over here and shoot this guy. This guy wants me to go fight a thing. Ooh. It's like it would not give me anything to do. Oh.
The character's just like blankly staring at a wall.
I was doing item stuff. I was standing on that earlier and it didn't go anywhere, and I couldn't see like an icon saying that it was a door, so I was just waiting. I thought you were doing inventory stuff.
How much does this game have relation to my name? None.
Spooky ghost.
None whatsoever.
You better clarify that every 20 minutes so that it fits into every episode.
Much.
Or people
Actually, this is the first time anybody's asked. But this game has nothing to do with me. I know the developer. We've talked. He's a nice dude, but he obviously did not name the game after me.
Because Wanderlust Rebirth, I think, predates your channel, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
By like 2 years.
Apparently,
it was not a very good game, though. Unfortunately, like this game is.
Does the developer think that?
I'm talking about like reviews.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't.
I'm Wanderbot. I have connections to the industry.
Dude, it is nice. You don't play enough. Like you only play like AAA games for the most part, so you don't really like end up talking to devs and stuff.
I would say the majority of my games are indie. It's just my AAA games last forever.
It's true.
Because I play RPGs that demand 70 to 130 episode shows. But I've played a lot of indie games lately.
It's true.
Although the definition gets blurry sometimes.
Yeah. Do you mean like in terms of production value or like...
Well, like things that seem like indie games, but like, oh, this has a publisher, I guess, and so it doesn't really count. But
I still disagree with your definition on like having a publisher suddenly makes it not indie anymore.
Well, I mean that's just the literal definition of what indie means because it's independent.
Okay, so you say literal, I just got a Google contract.
It's also super arbitrary, yeah.
Yeah, see, I would rather classify it in terms of like production values.
Like Child of Light is not indie because
it's not indie, but I would still classify it as such because it is.
Yeah, it's the type of game you think of when you say indie, but it's published by Ubisoft and developed by Ubisoft, which means it's the people that make the insane like hundreds of millions of dollar like Assassin's Creed franchise.
Give me a second. I'm just checking the quest on this one.
It's something that gets confusing because like indie became a cool thing, so now people make indie games without being indie, which is fine because
we're looking for the boss right now. Like we're on to our next boss fight already.
We'll be
which is probably a good stopping point. Yeah, no, we are. We are one level too low. Like this game actually has recommended levels for each area. I didn't realize that was the thing, but it's on the map. Yeah, which I actually kind of dig. I like games that tell you it's like you're way too low level. Get GTFO.
Whoopsie.
Yep.
Yeah, basically indie is just a shitty label.
Yeah, it is.
Because it doesn't even describe the thing that people try to say when they try to talk about it. It's like when you start talking about like bands, especially like Offspring is an indie band. But like indie is confusingly like a genre in a rock band, and like you go to that section and you're like, well, this is a meaningless section. It's just every type of music, but things that count as indie.
Yeah.
Then you have like high budget bands that have like backing companies and are very successful, but they're lo-fi bands, like because they're just intentionally low fidelity, like the Hives and the Strokes and White Stripes.
Oh, interesting. I have to hold my whirlwind for it to be effective. I have not been paying enough attention to that.
Get him.
Have I leveled up yet? Nope. Still haven't. Yeah, let's use the soul charge on this thing. Feel faster and full of energy. You feel faster? I don't really.
My bowels feel faster.
I feel like let's not go down on this route. It doesn't feel like it. Oh, that's how this works. I've been using whirlwind attack wrong.
Yeah, definitely the thing that made indie attempts at making like indie definitions pointless. You spin right round, baby, right round.
There's
like
no
baby, right round.
There's no cost to maintain this, and there's no cooldown.
Okay, well that's just the rest of our life. Get used to this sound, audience. We're going to be hearing a lot of it.
Wait, it's not stopping either.
I need to get rid of something real quick.
Please stand here. I can't
My inventory
stop.
fills too much
I
in this
can't
game.
It's
a little obnoxious.
Okay, there we go.
Well, never picking that up.
Wait, I'm still going.
You can do it? Here's an aura. What the hell?
Broke it.
Really?
Can we never stop flying now? Can you just call it sick to work? I got whirlwinding to do.
Oh shit, no! Can we go back? Or is the item gone?
No, it's probably gone. We can go back if you want. We can check. It's not like it's gonna...
Yeah, it's gone. Oh, the chest is back. What?
This is... I don't know.
That was confusing.
Wait,
Yeah, this game's becoming a problem in that it just showers us with objects to fill our inventory nonstop.
So now I'm getting a bunch of trash, but I can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I can't. I keep trying to. I'm just consuming materials all over and over again. The bummer is we walked. Contract was on the ground, and I left it, and it's gone.
Oh, like one of the expensive ones. Yep. Well, I've broken the game.
It was orange, so it was a character.
Stop, bitches! How you guys doing?
The more we play this game, the more I'm thinking that it's not necessarily great. It's just inoffensive.
You know what? I don't give a shit. We're going around a goddamn Pac-Man character.
It's one of those games that's like
Keith, we're going around a Pac-Man character.
Are we? What?
Look at your mini map. The ghost. We're going around a Pac-Man ghost.
Oh, it could be a ghost.
We literally are going around a Pac-Man ghost. Okay, so we actually have to check the teeth.
Screen somewhere so I can look at it
Yeah,
closer?
if you go into your inventory and switch tabs, you'll get it.
I see it. Yep, that's absolutely a ghost. Welp.
I think I'm gonna make a GIF of this and then tweet it at Leth, being like, "I found a bug."
It's got to be a bug, right?
See, here's the thing. I really don't want to. I really don't want to report it. Yeah, exactly. I do 100 damage with each one of these. There's a ghost somewhere in here, but I'm more
a spectator than a player now.
Well, moving areas fix the glitch. Maybe, but I'm not stopping. Unfortunately, I move slower as a result.
There's a clear downside. I wouldn't know what moving slow is like. Jesus Christ. Yeah, to complete my thought, like this is a game where it might not be great, but all of its flaws are like inoffensive.
All of its flaws are awesome.
It's not one of those games where I'm going to complain about its problems all day the way I would about like Bound by Flame or something.
I'm stuck.
Oh god,
okay, there we go.
Surprise ghosts.
Hello.
Here's an aura. Have fun.
All right, let's keep going.
I am. That was what happens when an unstoppable object meets an immovable force. Dude, I had a fucking... you know that line from, you know the line from Dark Knight?
Where is she?
The age-old line of, like, about an unstoppable object meeting an immovable force. Like, we saw that movie as teenagers because that's when it came out, and... Okay,
I have a theory about where we're supposed to go now. I'm trying to look for, like, relevant rooms, and I'm not getting it.
Like, we were WoW players at the time, so that was our best reference at the time, was that there was two items in that game called the Unstoppable Object and Immovable Force. I think were both PvP items or something.
Yeah,
it was just like one of the best hammers and one of the best shields, basically.
I never saw those. I instead had a specific raiding build that I would do just to mess with my my guild leader. where it was the stoppable object and the movable force together. He was not happy with me whenever I pulled that off, but it was so much funny.
It just led to a moment where we saw the Dark Knight, and that line happened about that, and then we just had an instant high five moment in the middle of a movie.
At which point you realize that you are turbo nerds.
Yeah. That was my first movie I ever saw where the entire theater was 100% full, and you had to sit right next to people, and there was nothing but bodies everywhere.
I actually really hope I have this for the boss, just because it's going to make the boss so much easier.
I was sitting next to some like really overweight girl that had the most absurd sized like bucket of popcorn.
Oh no!
When that one really like spoilery scene involving a surprise explosion midway through the movie happened.
Yes.
That bucket of popcorn went sailing forward like 4 rows.
Oh wow!
It's like they jumped so hard that it just went sailing down the rows and it was just gone.
Oh hey, I found the boss.
Oh god, what is this nightmare?
It's a blood golem.
Here, I'll give you an aura. Boom.
Oh,
stand in it for me.
Okay, so I broke it. Holy fuck, he does
doing
damage.
Anything right now, is it? New aura. Just for you.
He does a lot of damage. I stopped it.
Working?
Yeah, I did. He does 900 damage.
I have infinite mana.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, so you know that shrine we hit? That's why I go into infinite spin, because that shrine we interacted with gives us unlimited. Oh shoot, we might have another boss.
That seems pretty game breaky to give us unlimited energy, since it's our only limiting factor. My dog is level 14. Well on his way to level 15.
That boss did a lot of damage.
Stop filling my inventory with all this garbage, damn it.
Yeah, the blue items are becoming gray items, and it's starting to get annoying. Alright, I'm good.
God damn. I can't deal with all these items, it's a problem.
This was an experience. I can't. Oh, right.
You can't.
There we go.
What can't you?
There we go. Yeah, so that angel... So this isn't a bug. You know that angel shrine we interacted with?
Ooh, more SP.
That angel shrine gives us infinite mana. And, whirlwind attack goes until cancelled. And, if you have unlimited mana, it won't run out. So... here we are. This is me.
Right,
so as long as we find those things, I'm just like Destructor.
Is he? Are we gonna fight Alucard now?
No. He said he'd let us go.
Ah.
Yeah, I know. I know. I wanted to
absorb his power and his kingdom.
I wanted to be a. I wanted to be
immortal.
a.
I bet that dude's got assets.
All right. Well, let's go back to town. It's probably also a good time for you to quit.
Yeah, I think we also. Yeah, I think we have to teleport back to town to even leave. I didn't see an exit.
Well, there's a rope. You can interact with the rope.
Well, there you go.
Craft new jewelry.
I have so much stuff to sell.
Oh, you can make pendants.
What do I do with all this garbage?
You can make pendants with randomized powers. That's useful.
Sweet. I'm probably going to continue to not craft.
I will keep crafting because I have no reason why not to. Hey, I can make the wall. The wall worth it?
There is too much stuff in my inventory. I could get so much hit points from items if I wore any of them, and I'm not.
Nope, it's not worth it. Alright. Oh, that's funny. I guess it would give me 500 HP. That'd be useful.
There's just all these opportunities to not get insta-killed, and I'm not using them.
Unfortunately, most of these...
Blueprints.
Wait, you can get mosquitoes and or Missing No as a companion in this game.
Missing No?
I don't know, it looks like Missing No. It's probably mosquitoes or something. It's funny.
Missing No. Jesus Christ.
Alright, well, that's it. Oh, right. All of this junk.
Oh, turn in contracts. There we go. I can get a bandit fire tosser, a bandit thug, and a blood slime.
And you get all the interesting ones. Actually, I already have most of those. I really am not finding any that I care about, which is unfortunate.
Might have the same starting hit points and level and attack power.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have the exact same stats across the board.
It seems like it. I think I might just keep investing in my dire wolf, because he's a badass.
Doesn't seem like a bad idea.
I do miss the name Barkspawn.
I mean, you can totally just rename him to Barkspawn.
No, Barkspawn already exists. You can't disrespect his memory.
I mean, you can have Barkspawn too. There's always room for a sequel. There's always room for a sequel.
But
also, I think crafting materials. Yeah,
it's creepy.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, cool.
Crafting materials persist even if they're in your stash.
Yeah, you can also.
So, like,
I just found out that you can turn in blueprints that are also already in your stash.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
So I put everything in my stash.
That's a nice feature.
I didn't want to carry it. All right, now my inventory is empty, and I have 90,000 tokens or whatever.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet.
I want to try spin to win again. Jeez. Yeah, that infinite mana thing is ridiculous. Alright. That was fun. Guess see you next session. Get out.
Next time.